Hey, Sindri.
Greetings, and welcome to Conan's Guard. I just want to make sure you're good and prepared before heading in any further.
Okay.
There's all manner of nastiness left over from the Mad Dwarf King's foul practices.
What kind of practices?
Oh, various sacrificing, dark enchantments, blood, magic, and so forth. Quite common among the older dwarves, unfortunately. Old habits are hard to break.
That's all just a small warning? Okay.
Whoa. Look, it's another dragon.
I see it, boy.
Chained. I hope we can find the binding shrines.
Wait,
This
where?
place is huge.
Oh, over there. Oh, it is another dragon. All right. Let's do this. Oh my god, Shadow Voltron! Or Voltrune, I suppose I should say. I just want to open the chest. Hi, everybody. Give me a moment. And then I will do a proper hi and make sure that all of my chat knows who was already here. Shadow Voltron is a very, very nice guy. Plays a whole bunch of Street Fighter these days, I know. How's the... Oh my god. How's the Street Fighter grind treating you today? Assuming that's what you were playing. I suppose you could have been doing God knows what else today. And also, were you trying to do crossplay? Because I know... Actually, I don't know if it was PC only. Let me give you this shout out real quick. I don't know if it was PC only, but Capcom said, hey, don't do crossplay right now. Because it's fucking broken. Shadow Voltron. I don't want to misspell your name. There we go. There you go, everybody. Go give Shadow a follow because they're a cool person. And they play games that I like. Oh, you're welcome, kind sir. But yeah, how's it been going over there? I hope you weren't having too much trouble today. I finally got to play again this weekend after not playing all week, and I was on the struggle bus this weekend, to be entirely honest. The time I played before this weekend, so yesterday, was when I got to Platinum, and I was like, holy shit, I did it, I got Platinum, and then I had computer troubles, so I basically didn't get to play the entire week, and when I played yesterday, it was just like, your Ken's improving, but your inputs are getting worse. I'm still struggling with inputs in that game. I saw some stuff, people were talking about the input reader, like even pros are complaining about the input reader in this game. So I feel a little bit less bad about it, but my inputs are also trash. But what I ran into was, I finally hit Platinum, I didn't play for a week, and when I played again, I basically fought like...
He must have needed them to create this legendary armor.
It must have been like 3 JPs and 2 Blankas in a row.
Contains power, teeth, scales,
And-
even excrement.
JP's annoying, and I'm a grappler, so it's extra annoying.
Dragon shit is power.
But I also just have like almost no matchup experience with JP or Blanca,
is having fun,
because up until yesterday, I just never ran into people using those characters. So it's just like, oh cool, I hit Platinum, and now I have to, like, on the fly, try to learn these fights suddenly, as I'm, like, warming up after not playing for a week, and it was just... I immediately went back into gold and was like, god dang it, time to not get super salty. I'm happy to say I did make it back into Platinum before my day was done. But it was a very frustrating, just like, way to kick things off. Combined with the fact that I think I must have been running into the crossplay issue that they tweeted about, because I was getting a whole bunch of connection errors while trying to queue up with people. Like, it would be like, oh, searching for people, and then it would just be like, oh, connection error. Never getting to the point where I actually get to fight somebody. And I didn't know what was happening, but then I saw that tweet today, and it was like, hey, crossplay might be broken. It's like, oh. So I was probably unable to connect to these people on different platforms is what was happening. You're in Silver 1 by some miracle. JP is a blight on the game. Yeah, JP, for lack of a better point of reference, I guess, JP feels a lot like the Happy Chaos of this game. Not because, like, frankly, Happy Chaos, I think, was more broken on release than JP is. But how do I get down there? But he feels very much like knowledge check the character. Kind of how I'm putting it. And Lord knows, I struggle on that JP matchup right now. No one should have an input counter that stops throws. See, that's actually the thing. I don't think the input countering throws is really the problem. For me, the problem is that it counters everything. I feel like there should be a give it and take, I guess. By that, what I mean is, like, how do I put this? Like, a DP is also something that counters everything, right? But you can bait it out in ways that I feel like his doesn't, because his beats regular meaties and stuff too. Like, his beats safe jumps because of the way it works. And by beats, I mean, like, doesn't feel like it's punishable in the same way that a DP is when you bait it out with a safe jump. And the amount of reward he gets off of it compared to a regular DP feels like it's too much. Because of the way that it, like,
That's an impressive front door.
bounces people around and,
These
like,
materials must be
sets
pretty
up for
special
full
to make
combos
legendary
after it instead of the
Legendary.
kind of just giant get-off move.
But if Brock and Sindri make it together, I'm sure it's worth the effort.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like he's also safe.
I trust you.
So you can't punish it the way that you can punish a DP. And that's why I think it's a problem. It's not that it counters throws or anything like that. It's that the move is a DP on a zoner, but it's safer than a DP, which feels real bad. But the bigger part for me is just like, I haven't played the matchup enough to be able to recognize when he's doing his, like, full screen command grab compared to the projectiles. And I know people think Manon is very good. I think she is very good. So, you know, as a Manon main, there's only so much complaining I can do. But, that said,
Impressive.
because they look the same, they have a different sound cue is the main thing, and I'm just not good at comprehending it. But, the piece that's really rough for me and makes it feel like just so bad is Manon's dashes and like her drive rush is the worst in the game, which means the kind of dash through a bunch of his projectiles that a lot of other characters can do, I simply can't. So I haven't played the matchup enough to understand what my windows for movement actually are. And he is so fucking good at, like, even better than like Dhalsim. He is so good at just making you be on the opposite side of the screen. Like, Dhalsim's a zoner, but when Dhalsim zones you, not every single hit does full screen with Oki, you know? Just instant Oki. Full screen Oki. It feels real rough and like real fucking... It just feels like a giant knowledge check. Like, and I know that's what it is. It's a knowledge check that I don't have the knowledge for, but the strategy feels so oppressive compared to some of the other knowledge checks in the game. Like, compared to, for example, Honda. Honda has also got some fucking knowledge checks. Honda's knowledge checks do not feel oppressive in the way that JP's do. Played against him twice, and both were miserable experiences, yeah. And that's the other thing. I've played against him so rarely that, like you, that now that I'm running into a bunch of them, it's one of those things where I'm sure you've run into this. I'm sure you've run into this. When you're in, like, bronze, for example, and you don't know what you're doing, you can see, let's say, Ken just doing DP over and over again, right? And you're like, I can't throw it, I can't hit him out of it because it's invincible to everything. Like, what the fuck do I do? And that's a knowledge check too. But it's a knowledge check where the answer is stand slightly far away, hit him on the way down. What if you're gold? High pushing buttons. So what I'm saying, I do have Street Fighter 6. I'm past bronze. I'm just talking about this knowledge check thing. In bronze, a Ken just doing uppercut over and over again is a knowledge check. It's going to beat you until you understand, like, hey, blocking is worth it. But one of the big differences that you're going to run into, I don't have time for this. I can probably leap across this, can't I? This is a trap. I cannot leap across this. I'm going to make a bridge. That's how we're doing this. Okay. But when you get later in it, like gold, platinum, and you start running into JPs, once again, it's a knowledge check. But the knowledge check is something that is a bit more complex than just block. Right? If I just block JP's full screen Oki, I'm still never going to have an opportunity to move forward and hit him. So it is still that same knowledge check. It's still that same process. But the answer isn't as simple. And that's not a bad thing. It's just JP's basic, like really basic knowledge check feels very oppressive compared to a lot of the other knowledge checks that I deal with. And I think it is a particularly bad matchup for me because a lot of the things I'm seeing people use to deal with it are things that Manon doesn't really have as an option. How you doing, pushing buttons? Yes, I am playing Street Fighter 6. I do like it a lot, though I didn't get to play a ton of it this weekend. But I do see myself improving. There's just some very specific issues that I know I'm having and not doing a good job of remedying. My main is Manon, the like ballerina. Your gripe with JP, someone in Dennis's stream put it best. He doesn't feel like he's playing Street Fighter with the rest of the cast. Yeah. Like, I see why people feel that way. I just feel like for someone that has such incredibly strong full screen options. His name is Johan Petrovich or something. But for someone that has such incredibly strong full screen options, I feel like his defensive options being better than most of the cast, on top of the like system-wide defensive options, is not the best choice. Missed. Okay, we're good. Am I going the right way, or has this been a whole weird side detour I've been doing this whole time? I wonder. Okay, well, we found an entry stone, apparently.
Stone number 2. This place is even bigger than Vadergard.
Yes. The Dwarf King's reach appears vast.
Okay, I guess that was the right way.
I wonder what happened to
Perfect.
him.
'Tis a great mystery, even amongst the sons of Ivaldi. Mozartnir's behavior before his disappearance grew increasingly erratic. The De Vegrath Eater, the very armor
I didn't
you
end
find
up
yourself
watching
searching
any
for.
of CEO this weekend.
I'd wager his failure to find the third ingredient drove him to madness.
If anyone did watch CEO this weekend, who, not who, as in like player, but who as in characters were in the grand finals for Street Fighter 6? SF6 for CEO was nuts. I saw a couple clips of it. Like, I remember seeing Punk using Cammy in a few clips. I feel like I saw Jury in a clip or two. Am I enjoying God of War? We're pretty far in it now, and I have enjoyed it quite a bit. been using my kid. But I'm wondering who, character-wise was in Grand Finals, because, like, as frustrating as I find JP, for example,
The enemies are strong. Keep your
JP feels to me a lot like one of those... I guess JP to me feels a lot like a character that's like very high tier, but not S tier. Blanca, Jury, Cammy, Guile, Manon, Chun. Those were like the top 8. No JP. Okay. So maybe my assessment of him is kind of right then. And like, he seems very strong, but he seems like one of those... I think like his game plan feels a lot like Happy Chaos to me, but I think his effectiveness is going to be a lot more like Ramlethal, where like everybody agrees he's very strong. He has all these really oppressive tools, but for whatever reason, you just don't really see the results out of him. Chun was a pocket in Grand Final. Wild. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of Chuns, but she seems complex in this game. Maybe compared to how she's been in some others. But yeah, my main is Manol, because as much as you might not realize this from watching me play Ed in Street Fighter V and Onji in Strive, I am a grappler at heart. I'm just not a, like, pure grappler at heart. Like, I've never really liked Zangief that much. But God, I find it so satisfying to hit a nice command grab and then be in an oppressive situation afterwards. Started messing around with Geef. The boy needs buffs. I could see it. Grapplers are always in a weird spot because pure grapplers, I should rephrase. Pure grapplers are always in a weird spot because the grapple is always going to be an extremely powerful tool, but they can never end up being too good because, and not the grab specifically, but if you make the rest of their game plan too good, then grapplers feel really bad to play against in the same way that JP does, for example. Just for different reasons. Because, like, the whole fear about playing against a grappler is supposed to be the grapple's fucking scary, right? Oh God, the grapple is scary.
No.
And are they putting themselves in a situation where they're going to grab me? Or are they putting themselves in a situation where they're making me think they're going to grab me and then doing something else terrible? Like, that's what grapplers do. And so, when you make the grapple super powerful, which you have to do, because that's the power fantasy of the grappler, you can't make the other tools too good, because then the grappler is just always in an amazing situation. Like, frankly, if you look at Nagoriyuki in Strive, like early Nagoriyuki, when the game first came out, he was secretly a grappler, and he was super fucking strong because all of his other tools were so powerful. Oh my god, can you just kill that for me, kid? Dragon, not right now, man. No, you're good. Oh god, there's another one behind me. God dang it. Stupid lizard thing.
Almost there. Only 2 left.
Am I using my arcade stick for Street Fighter? Yes. Yes, I am. That's what it's for. You have the double tap fucking shield move to deal with people who block. I'm so sad I'm only discovering this double shield hit today. I probably could have been having such an easier time dealing with shield guys in this game, this whole game. Anyway, Nago's buttons were amazing, and his mix was super strong. You had to watch his blood gauge, yes. But in that first iteration of him, he had incredible health. He had really powerful everything because he can like cancel all his special moves and frame trap you and give himself wild plus frames all the time. And his command grab, the reason he was secretly a grappler, his command grab made his blood gauge something he could ignore and then push all those other systems harder. Push all the places where he's already crazy in advantage. He could push them even harder. And he didn't have the drawbacks that he currently does have that have made him like way more balanced in the game. But when you look at like why you don't want to have a grappler be too good, looking at early Nagoriyuki is kind of a great place to look because he was secretly a grappler. How do I get this chain stuff to not be here? I'm supposed to blow it up. I'm supposed to blow it up. That's what this is for. No. Wasn't there a spot where I could grab some? Here it is. Oh, it didn't stick? Weird. I'm supposed to use it like a grenade. Where's number 3? Oh, number 3 was up there, and I already got it, somehow. Okay. But yes, that's why you don't make a grappler too crazy. And right now, Manon's the only one you despise playing against. Manon... I think a lot of people are approaching the fight, or the game plan against her a little bit wrong. She has some very powerful situations, but the spots where she's weak, she's way weaker than people realize. I get away with so much shit as Manon because people are playing scared against me instead of pushing their advantage when they have it. But as far as like, I guess here's the thing I can tell you about Manon. There is basically, without Drive Rush or a couple of very specific Oki situations, if you block Manon, it is your turn. She does not have plus frames. Pretty much across the board. If you ever block anything that she is doing, it is now your turn. And she does have a few situations, I know, that can be a little bit tricky. She does have like a high-low mix-up type thing. But even the high-low mix-up stuff, if you start abusing parry, and obviously she's a grappler, you start abusing parry, then she tries to go for grabs more. That's kind of the back and forth you are playing with her. But if you are abusing parry in a lot of her situations where she could otherwise try to mix you up, she doesn't have an answer outside of not completing her strings or whatever, in which case it's your turn and you can start pressing and punishing her. And if she ever completes a string, and the reason I'm talking about parry especially, for example, she has her back medium kick, her like close range kick into overhead kick, and it's special cancelable. That move can be really good because you get an overhead and then you can cancel into basically an immediate overhead or a low for mix-up. But if you're blocking that, number one, if you have a DP, you can probably just DP out of anything she does after that anyway. And if she doesn't do anything, I bet you she's minus enough that you're going to win. But if you press parry, the overhead low mix-up doesn't matter because you get parry. You parry either one of them. And she's minus on both of them. The overhead, I think she's harder to punish than the low, but like wildly punishable.
Look here.
Sir.
And all of her suck in moves,
I was wondering.
if you block them, she's like at least -5 or something in all of those situations. You can just press jab and you should be able to punish any of those. You should just get a punish. In fact, on a bunch of them, I'm pretty sure you can punish with things bigger than a jab. What is that noise? Oh, it's you. Anyway. Like her heavy suck-in move, I know is super minus. If she pulls you in on block, you can do like a medium punch punish or something. Something big. And if you ever get hit by them and you're plus, or she's plus rather, that's like her big spot to do grab. That's probably one of her best moments to do her strike throw mix up. But here's the thing. If you have a DP, she's plus there and she wants to press. And she doesn't have invincible stuff except super. The only reversal invincible things she has are super moves. And she's not going to want to use super. She's not going to want to use her invincible super to try and beat your DP off of her plus frames, you know? So if you ever get hit by her suck-in, like, if you're doing it every single time, she'll start just blocking and then punishing your DP. But, like, she wants to apply her pressure in that situation. It's one of her best situations. And DP will beat all of it. Because she's not plus enough to combo. Sagely nodding like you know a damn thing about fighting games.
I'm coming to you.
Love that we're talking fighting games non-stop while I'm doing different fighting in God of War. Sometimes you just gotta take your mind off it. That wasn't unblockable. Oh god, I made mistakes. Please kill him. Please kill him. Okay. Everything's fine.
It's over. It is
I just
over.
need the dragon not to kill me here. No, no, no. Let me move. Let me move.
Why did the dwarf thing want this armor so badly? What's so special about it?
There are many legends behind the Debate Gratica.
That was
A
very scary.
suspicious amount of legends, which makes confirming anything about this particular armor difficult. But the one constant among them is the ability of the armor to offer ultimate protection. A useful attribute for an unpopular king, you see.
Yet this plagued land is all that remains of him.
Where was
This is
the
why I
last
do not
piece of
trust
the
legends,
dragon
boy.
thing? I feel like we ran past it coming in here.
Who can you trust?
Yourself, your eyes,
There's a
your
chest in that
instincts.
water.
Blind trust in a legend is a gamble. Rarely does it pay off.
If you say so.
Find some help!
I would love to find some help, my man. Thank you, Atreus. Who's my favorite grappler? Sorry, I'm answering this forever ago. The thing, or the character that made me find out I'm somebody who likes grapplers was playing Abel in Street Fighter 4. I feel like this is not where the dragon thing is. That is when I, like, learned about, hey, maybe I like grapplers. Because Abel was a lot of fun for someone who likes grappling. And like I said, the thing that I find really satisfying is hitting someone with a command grab, the big payoff move, and then having them in a fucking scary situation immediately afterwards. That is, like,
Yes, sir.
the thing I find the most satisfying. Abel did that by doing his command grab, and then he basically had a left-right mix-up with his roll move into another command grab or strike throw. Or into a strike throw mix-up. A left-right strike throw mix-up. And so it was kind of brutal, and I kind of fucking loved it. High perk activation, chance to grant a boost of strength and burst of health when you drop to a critical level. That doesn't sound terrible, but doesn't sound amazing. Ta-da! Here in God of War. Yeah, I got all three of the dragons. In Street Fighter V, I tried to play Laura, but she just never really clicked all the way for me. And again, Zangief has never been my guy. The thing that has oftentimes kept me from liking the pure grapplers is their movement. That's honestly the thing I don't like about Potemkin. I cannot deal with his movement.
Here we go.
The fact that so much of his movement is based around his charge move, which is a charge input. I am so bad at charge characters. Charge inputs in general, like, break my fucking brain. I cannot do them well. And then having, like, your actual movement and pressure
I don't know. I guess?
kind of based around that
Maybe the
for
throne would be better
Potemkin.
suited.
I just, like, I can't do it. I want to play Potemkin so bad, but I just cannot do it. Because goddamn, landing a Potemkin Buster feels good.
Here, boy. Another one.
Your main problem is trying to play the respect the command grab because you've lost count of the number of times you've gotten punished take turn.
Fair to say.
Just get grabbed, and when you think you're out of range, you get grabbed from 40 miles away.
Could he shoot 4 bows at once?
She does have some long range grabs.
He did only have the 2 eyes.
It looks like Thor cut him down to size.
It's what he does.
Okay. It's also like 9:30. I just freed the dragon. We just opened up this door. I think this is probably where we call it for today. That seem right, everybody? That seems right. How are you going to let us know when these fights are happening? Oh, in Street Fighter? Well, I haven't streamed it still. I know I keep saying I intend to. I do intend to. I just don't know when it's actually gonna fucking happen because just finding the energy most days of the week isn't there for me right now. Frankly, a big part of that, and I know I've talked about a lot of this on stream with all of y'all. Oh god, which one was the one I was about to put on? I just got it. Oh, maybe I can't put that one on here? Weird. Duelist barrier. Was it not an orange one? Oh no, it was this one. There we go. Alright, let's hit save. And then I'll say goodbye. How do I save? Here we go.